Everyone, welcome back to a new post today. Let's look at the most important topics that you need to keep track for June 12th with regard to the upcoming UPSC Civil Services Examination Prelim. And the very first is about a limited trade agreement. Now, what exactly is a limited trade agreement? That's going to be signed between India and Australia before July 9th, the deadline for imposing reciprocal tariffs as said by Donald Trump. The limited trade agreement is also called as a mini trade agreement or an early harvest deal. Now, it is a type of a trade agreement that focuses on smaller subset of goods and services compared to an all-comprehensive free trade agreement. It aims to address specific trade barriers and facilitate trade in certain sectors, acting as a stepping stone towards a broader FTA. PTA or Preferential Trade Agreement is an example of a limited trade agreement which covers a limited number of goods and services. And the very next issue is about Knesset. Now, Knesset has been used because it has introduced a bill to dissolve a government, that's Israel. The Israel's unicameral parliament of Israel is called as Knesset and is the supreme authority of the state. The 120-member parliament is elected every 4 years and they are introducing a bill to dissolve the government of Benjamin Netanyahu in the face of the Israel-Iran war. Centre is now planning to increase energy efficiency and also achieve its climate change goals with regard to usage of air conditioners. And what is it doing for it? Now it is going to fix a standard AC temperature range so that there can be efficiency in power consumption and also achieve the goals of climate change as well. Indian government is now planning to standardize the air conditioner temperature settings to a range of 20 degrees to 28 degrees, and this initiative is spearheaded by the Ministry of Power, Bureau of Energy Efficiency to reduce energy consumption, promote energy efficiency in residential and commercial settings, and the proposed standard temperature range is 20 to 28 degrees centigrade. Oxygen used in rockets as oxidizer. What does this mean? This is the most important next issue, and the Axiom 4 mission was postponed because of the leakage of oxygen. So what was the big issue with this? Now, rockets use both fuel and oxidizer to create thrust. Oxygen, typically in liquid form, is commonly used as an oxidizer, while various substances like liquid hydrogen, kerosene and methane can serve as a fuel. Now, the oxidizer is very essential for consumption once the rocket takes off, especially in vacuum of space where there is no atmospheric oxygen available, and that is why you need liquid oxygen to ensure the fuel burns. Now, in rocket engines, oxidizer provides the oxygen needed for fuel to burn. Liquid oxygen is a common choice to its effectiveness and relatively low cost as well. Rockets use different types of fuels depending upon the specific application. For example, liquid hydrogen, often used with liquid oxygen, it combines high specific impulse or efficiency. Kerosene, a more dense fuel, often paired with liquid oxygen, and methane, an option that can used with liquid oxygen. It is also called as Methalox propulsion system. India and EU are now planning a free trade agreement. Let me tell you, EU is India's largest trade partner, accounting for £124 billion worth of trade of goods in 2023, or 12.2% of total trade. In 2022, India and the 27-nation EU bloc now resumed negotiation for a comprehensive free trade agreement and an investment protection agreement as well. Now, a multinational exercise was a news which is called as Khan Quest. What is this? It is a multinational exercise that is being held in the Mongolian capital, and it will be held from July to August. Indian Navy has recently conducted a passage exercise called as PASEX with the US carrier strike group in North Arabian Sea on June 9th to 10th. This exercise involved the Indian Navy steel frigate INS Tabar, a submarine and P-81 maritime patrol aircraft, along with UK's HMS Prince of Wales and HMS Richmond. The drill focused on unified control of integral helicopters, tactical maneuvers, coordinated anti-submarine operations and professional exchange of officers as well. And the very last issue for the day is about India ratifying the High Seas Treaty, or the Biodiversity Beyond National Jurisdiction Agreement. The High Seas is the land which is controlled by the United Nations. It is beyond exclusive economic zone into the international seas. India has also called now. 160 countries ratified the treaty. The treaty will come into force. It was signed in 2024, and it has not come into force as yet. India has called a global plastics treaty and also called as the and also launched the Sahaf portal at the UN Oceans Conference in Nice, France recently. The High Seas Treaty is also called as Biodiversity Beyond National Jurisdiction Agreement. It is a new international legal framework and a conserving and sustaining framework using marine diversity beyond national jurisdiction as an important focus. It constitutes 2/3 of the word ocean. It is agreed upon in March 2023 to address issues like climate change, overfishing in the high seas. It will be applicable to the high seas area beyond the exclusive economic zone, which is not a part of the country's exclusive economic zone, territorial waters and internal waters. It aims to protect sustainable use of biodiversity and promote conservation efforts in this area. It also focuses on marine genetic resources, area-based tools, and it provides a mechanism for establishing marine protected areas in the high seas through a proposal, scientific review and consultation. The treaty will enter into force 120 days after being ratified by 6 countries. 100 countries have signed it by 2025. So these are the most important topics I thought I should be discussing with you all for June 12th. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to comment at the end of the video. I shall see you in my new post. Until then, it's very happy learning.